My life is jingalala, right? Is negative marking there in KCET examination? And my dear children, it's a competitive examination. So don't let the high weightage chapters make your BP high. This is also going to be about a big surprise. A very big hello to my wonderful KCET champions. I hope all of you are doing super great. Well, we got a lot of queries regarding KCET syllabus as well as paper pattern, which is exactly why I'm over here. And I'm pretty sure there are two groups of children watching this video. One group who says that, ma'am, I already know the syllabus and the paper pattern. And one group who says that, ma'am, some doubts are there. I hope that gets resolved in this video. Well, this video is going to be super helpful for both of you group of children. Why? Because this is not just about your syllabus and the paper pattern. This is also going to be about a big surprise. Do not worry, it's going to be free surprise. The only cost that you have to pay is your hard work. So if you're ready to pay us with your hard work, this is going to be super helpful for you guys. And you will thank me later for that. Well, the second reason why you should be watching this video is that most of the times we think that we know, okay, we know all the information about certain examination and things like that, but we might not actually know every single thing. We might be missing out on some key information out there, and when you miss out on this information, it causes a huge ruckus later on. Remember, it's a competitive examination, not a small game. Right, so which is why this video is going to be super important. It's going to be short but important. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this. And what are we going to discuss over here? First thing, the exam pattern that you have. Then we'll talk about how is your rank determined. Then we'll talk about the subject wise syllabus. I'll tell that this subject is there. These chapters are high weightage chapter, everything, low weightage chapter, medium weightage chapter, so you'll get a clarity on things. And then we'll talk about the surprise that I have for you guys. And then when will KCET application form be released? Okay, so stay tuned for all of it. So the first thing is that, what is the exam pattern like? Mode of examination is going to be offline. What type of questions does it come in the case of KCET examination? Only MCQs. So those of you who are literally lazy to write big answers, kudos to you, don't worry, it's just MCQs out there. Okay, now next thing, number of subjects, it can be 3 or 4. What do I mean by that? For example, if at all I am someone who is enrolling for engineering course, in that case, there will be only PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics. But suppose I am someone who is looking forward to join farm science courses such as agriculture, horticulture and things like that, I would be requiring PCMB, 4 subjects. Biology will also be there. So depending upon the course, the subjects also would vary. Do you want a separate video on that? Let me know in the comment section. I can create. Now the fourth thing, number of questions per subject. So first of all, do you get a big question paper with physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology, all of them together? The answer is no. All of them has individual question papers. Okay, and the exam happens also individually. Ma'am, it happens on 4 days? No. Physics on one day, chemistry on one day, biology on one day and mathematics on one day? No. It does not work like that. I'll talk about that also. So number of questions per subject is just 60 questions. So in one paper, suppose physics paper, I'll get 60 questions, physics questions out there. Now how much time do I get for these questions? The duration of the exam is 80 minutes. So ma'am, for 60 questions, I'm getting 80 minutes? The answer is no. So even though we say 80 minutes, it's 1 hour 20 minutes, right? 1 hour 60 minutes, okay, 20 minutes extra, together 80 minutes. 10 minutes is going to go for you to fill in all the information in your OMR sheet. So 10 minutes is reserved for that. Then only you will be allowed to start your paper. So tentatively you get 70 minutes. Now in 70 minutes also you don't get the exact 70 minutes because obviously it includes you reading the question and also attempting it. So let's take 60 minutes per 60 questions. So 1 minute per question. Have that in your head. Okay, do not think of 80 minutes. 80 minutes, so obviously it's not there. Not even 70 minutes is there. Okay, now the number of days, not 4 days, but just 2 days. So there will be 2 subjects per day. Okay, there will be 2 subjects per day and I can show you over here. So previous timetable looked like this. So on one day, that is on 16th of April, you had 2 examinations. One was of physics and the other one was for chemistry. Okay, now here you see 10:30 to 11:50 was physics, 2:30 to 3:50 was chemistry. So you have a time gap also between these two papers. And again, as I said, 66A. Similarly, on Thursday, you had mathematics and biology. Ma'am, if I don't take biology, will that be a problem? No. For your course does not demand that particular subjects, you are free there. Okay, you do not need to write biology examination there. Okay, fine. So this is how it goes. I hope that is clear. Now we will come back to this. The last question and the best one. Is negative marking there in KCET examination? So, while I tell you this thing, you all should smile. So that is the rule. So there is no negative marking, my dear children. You can attempt the answers even if you do not know. Okay, so negative marking is not there, and that is the best part of KCET. Please try to attempt all the questions of KCET. Okay, don't think that your marks would be cut. Now going ahead with the next piece of information, that is how is your rank determined. So your rank is not determined on the basis of how well you perform in KCET alone. Rather, it is also dependent on how well you perform in your PU2. My life is jingalala, right? So don't be worried. It's actually a good news. Why a good news? Because, my dear children, PU2 is something which gives you most repeated concepts every single time. The concepts are repeated, the question pattern also is kind of the same only. So it's very easy to score great in PU2 if at all your syllabus is being covered smoothly, if at all you have a proper strategy put into it. Now KCET is a competitive examination, that's where the difference comes. So this thing is actually a good news. So don't be worried about that. Okay, now what do I mean by 50% from KCET? So basically, suppose out of 180, 3 subjects are there. That means out of 180, I get 120 marks. My percentage is 66.6. Half of it is being taken, that is 33.3. Similarly, in my PU2, I had 3 subjects. Out of 300, I get 255. That means percentage is 85. I will take again half of it. Now, both of their half is being put together, and this is my final percentage. And depending on it, my rank is going to be determined. Now, this also depends or varies according to the courses. But for engineering, this is like this only. Your rank is determined by 50% KCET weightage and 50% of your PU2. Ma'am, what do I understand from this particular slide is that PU2 is not a joke. I have to take it seriously. And if at all you thought that it's a joke, it's the time to change that up. And which is why I present to you the most important PU2 chapters right over here. So these chapters are being tagged along with high, medium high weightage, medium, low, everything. So these are the PU2 chapters, and in PU2 you'll never find low weightage chapters. Remember that all of them, majority of them are going to be high and the rest of them are going to be medium high. So whenever you begin the syllabus for PU2, please remember you have to begin from these chapters and not from this. If at all you're going the other way around, you're wasting your time. Move strategically. Even though these chapters might seem to be super tough, it is going to give you marks. And if you know where you should be referring to, everything becomes a lot more easier. So a lot of you guys, even after getting all this thing, they are mostly worried about one big thing, that is, where do I find the right resources? And if at all you have a thought like that ma'am, I do not understand where to begin from, what are the resources that I should be referring, or probably I feel alone, I cannot do it in that way, then I will not stretch it up more. I have to talk about this right now then. So if you feel like that, there is KC 90 course, my dear children. It's a 90-day crash course. It's for people who think that they need guidance, and it's totally okay to feel that way, because if it helps, then what's the bad deal about it, right? So KC 90 was launched in the month of November. So we have batch 1 which is ongoing, and they rated us, 92% of them rated us 4.5 plus. Why? Because probably they got the one-shot videos of the chapters, they got the PYQ lectures. So in every lecture we sit and we explain all the questions out there with proper solution. And not just that, there will be extra questions. There is downloadable PDFs, there is live doubt solving session as well. All of them put together, don't you think it would be helping one person out there? Obviously. This is a very helpful course, and if at all you feel that even though I know the syllabus and I know everything, I'm still not able to figure out how should I start or where should I start from, then this course is going to be perfect for you. And my dear children, the pricing of it also has been lowered down since it is batch 2. It will be for 8,999. For KCET alone, so KC90 is for KCET as well as COMEDK. KCET alone is also there where you are just going to prepare for KCET, you will get one short lecture, and then KCET PYQs and the DPPs for KCET only. That is for 499. The same thing goes for COMEDK as well. And if you want to register, please make sure you're doing it quick, because remember, your KCET examination is not far away and you have so many things coming up. You have your PU2 boards, this and that. So please make a quick decision. If at all you're interested, the link will be there in the description box. Okay, now those of you who think that, ma'am, I'll somehow try to manage by myself and later on if I'm not able to do it, I'll look for this, then here goes the next set of information. So these are the PU1 chapters. Again, I have marked them. All of them are medium and low. Okay, medium and low. So these are the chapters you should be beginning up with. And there is past 5 years paper analysis also, my dear children. It's not like a random thing. It's very transparent. As you can see, it's dependent on the data which has been put down there. Now that is for mathematics. Same thing you have for physics as well. Again, PU2 chapters which are being marked are of high. Then all of them are medium high. Begin with them, then go ahead with all the other chapters. Go step by step. Okay. Now the next thing we have for PU1 physics, again these are the chapters, these are the medium and these are the low weightage chapters. So begin with them, then slowly move down to the other ones. Cool, I'll not recommend you to leave any chapter as of now, because I am assuming that you all are going to be a topper. Okay, I am assuming that you all are going to be a topper, and my dear children, it's a competitive examination. The one who misses a chapter also loses some marks out there. So please make sure you make your plan accordingly such that you can finish off all these chapters really well, which is why I spoke about KC90. Okay, so think about it, enroll it when you think is right, and I think you should be quick. Now this is for chemistry. All the chapters are given for your PU2. All of them are super high weightage chapters. Okay, they are important. As you can see, 5, 4, 5, 3. This has been repeated like that. The trend has not been changed. So please follow it blindly. Now I'll say 40 questions come from this only. Out of 60, 40 questions in chemistry came from PU2 itself. So that means it's a huge deal. Then the rest of the chapters that you see are from PU1, medium, high, and medium chapters are also being put. Low, medium, and low is also being tagged. Cool. Now we have for biology, again until here it is high, then you have medium high chapters. Begin up with them, then move on with the other chapters out there. Cool. You have for PU1 as well, there are medium and low chapters. Now those of you who think that how can this be super helpful for me? So which is why I told there is something for you, and this is the surprise about. So this is a KCET ready planner, my dear children, where the analysis that we did, according to that you can start up your preparation. Where you will get this PDF, you will get this PDF in a WhatsApp channel. You can just join that using the link given in the description box. So the thing that you need to do is, suppose I have the PDF for mathematics over here, right? Continuity and differentiability is chapter that gives 6 questions in this year and 5, then 6. Oh my god, this chapter is super important. I have to cover this chapter first. So what do? I basically try to cover the concepts. First I cover the concepts and then I go ahead with the PYQs. When I'm done with the concepts, I put a tick mark over here. When I'm done with the PYQ, I put a tick mark over here. Suppose I have just done the concepts but I have not practiced the previous year questions, then that's a reminder for me that I have to solve PYQs. And let me tell you, it's not just for you to do the ticking game. It's for you to understand where do you exactly stand in your preparation. So 2 ways it can help you. 1, you will get to understand where do you stand in your preparation. Are you safe or not? Or my dear children, are you in danger zone? If you are in danger zone, what do you have to do? You have to start off quick. If you are in danger zone, should you just back off and just go away and think that, oh my God, let the exam go? Do you need to think like that? No. So don't let the high weightage chapters make your BP high. Your BP should be low itself, okay? And for maintaining your low BP, please follow this timetable regularly. So have the sheet with you guys and follow it religiously. As I said, it's there in the description section. Okay, you can join. I mean, it's the link to the WhatsApp channel is there in the description section. Please join it. And please make sure you're doing the concepts as well as PYQs. If you're not done the PYQs, your preparation is somewhat incomplete. How did you like the surprise? Did you like it? Or is it like, no ma'am, it was not useful at all? Well, I think it's useful for some of you who probably do not have the idea of how it works. And we tried our maximum to give all the resources right over here to tell you that this is how you need to study. Now, all of it depends upon you. If you think it was useful, put this down in the comment section. KCET 2026 under control. So put it down in the comment section. Now finally, when will KCET 2026 application form be released? So previous year, the application form released on January 23rd. So we can expect somewhere around that only. The notification came first in January 16. So in the month of January, you have to be super prepared for your KCET application form. Remember, the application form date will be there for a month. But we should be quick to fill in the information as soon as possible. Okay, otherwise it might lead to what you call tension. I do not want you to go through anything like that. So that's all, my dear children. I hope this video was helpful for you. And those of you, as I said, who do not have any idea where to start from, please join the KC90 course as soon as possible. Wishing you all the best. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.